G'day guys, welcome back to another Fair Income episode. Today we've got Seuss on the couch with us. He's joined us. It's all four of us on the couch. Lads chat. And we break down Seuss's recent trip to Japan. You know, a lot of gems. Actually, I wouldn't say gems. A lot of insightful. Can you let me do the intro? Yeah, thank you. I'm not usually this aggressive. But guys, no further ado. Get straight into the episode. Let's hear the story. Bang on.
English. I'm like, keep it with you for now. I'm coming back. I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah.
She's like that to me. She's put the crackers on the desk, and I've left them. I'm like, no, keep them. And then one of the deers came to swipe for it. She threw it at me. She's like, get out of here, yeah, basically, like you're an idiot. So they were gonna go after the rest of them that she had there on the desk.
Because she got exposed now.
Yeah. She's like, get out of here, man. What's wrong with you? And then I'm like trying to put my wallet away and then I've got one guy yanking on my shirt. One of these dudes is actually yanking on my shirt. One bit my butt. Bro, I'm just like, bro, what's going on, bro? I'm getting violated right now. Fair income. You're like, oh, yeah.
Bro, what's your thoughts on the Japanese one? Let's not segue into the Japan story.
You want to talk about Japanese
We're going to
girls?
talk about Japan 100%.
No,
Bro, everyone's been gone. Look at this, yeah. You know, I don't know what it is. I think it's post-COVID or something. Sorry.
Yeah, you saw, yeah. Everyone's going Speed, Kai.
Yeah, even celebrities now, like they all like posted there.
Yeah.
Who else was there? There was Speed, Kai, and there's someone else that was big there.
Kim Kardashian went. Obviously, she was in Speed's. I don't know if you saw Speed's
The
recent
friendly
vlog. He went to go watch the friendly game.
Yeah.
He met Neymar.
He went,
That guy's entertaining as hell, bro. I don't know what is wrong
Speed?
with that kid.
Yeah, he's the
Bro,
best.
I'm like, okay, now he's gonna die off, and then he comes back with some dumb stuff, and I'm like, bro,
No, he does. There was a period where he did die off. But then he has a way of just like coming
he
back.
can come back from the dead.
Even
bro.
when he met Kim K, yeah. And then after, because he's trying to, did you see that clip where he's trying to like get in with Kim K, not get in with Kim K's son, but she's trying to like obviously get a connect through for Neymar and all that kind of stuff. And this other little kid starts coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he completely ignores the other kid.
No, the best is, huh? They took the photo, yeah, and then Speed started making those faces.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not normal.
No
bro.
filter, bro.
Wallah, it's not normal.
But you know what's worse? Yeah, the effect that these kids or these streamers or whatever have had like across the world. Like you got like there was one where I think it was Kai walking through some random Japanese like alleyway, yeah, and then they recognized. I think maybe it was Australians that were in Japan at the time, and they recognized Kai, yeah. And then after, like, no way, Kai, this, that. He goes, nah. He goes, get sturdy.
And the
The kid, like, proper does, like, Kai's, because Kai, like, influenced that, like, dance and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But in the middle of, like, Japan, on a random place in the world, these guys are recognizing thingy. And now he's actually, it's indoctrination, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
From the start.
No, honestly, bro,
So how was Japan, bro? How was it?
it's a different world, man.
Yeah?
I know you probably hear that from every person that ever goes there, but honestly, it's crazy. You know, we have like one CBD, and that's it. We know Melbourne, okay, if we're going to go there, Lygon Street, whatever it is, you go to Russell Street. There's one area, colours, you're like Melbourne. If you want to, someone wants to go to Melbourne, just go to one CBD.
Yeah.
Bro, they have like 8 or 9 or 10, I think, CBDs. You got
For sure.
different areas that have different themes. So you got Akihabara, for example. It's known for the tech. It's like the tech city. It's tech and anime. So you go there, and then all you see is these massive billboards of like just random anime shows, all these maid cafes just lined up, bro. It's just such an odd place. Like, what is going on? Like, the initial culture shock is amazing because you're like, bro, like we see one billboard in Melbourne CBD, you know where Flinders Street is? You see one electronic billboard. More than that, bro, you're like, okay, it's overkill now. But they've found a way to actually make that incorporated in the culture or the actual aesthetic of the whole area.
With the city, yeah.
So it's amazing. Like, subhanAllah, it's always all these bright lights and colors. And it kind of like you get drawn to, you know, like a flight to light. You just like, whoa, like, I just want to sit here and just watch what happens, see what happens, you know?
Like Times Square, basically.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like Times Square's like covered with everywhere you go, it's just all lights everywhere.
You're just drawn to it, bro. Like, subhanAllah, I went with my little brother, and it was a funny experience for the both of us, you know, because it's the first time we traveled together.
For sure.
It's safe to say we learned a lot about each other on that trip.
Yeah.
But
Are you still brothers?
I'll tell you, I almost hooked him 3 times. Man, no,
Wait, before you even started the trip?
he was bro, the best thing ever is the fact that he went to school. And this is the funny thing, yeah. I used to bag him at uni. because he picked up the elective, the Japanese, learning Japanese, the Japanese for beginners at uni. He picked it up and he learned the language. He's very fluent, and he learnt it because he wanted to understand the anime without the subtitles. And I was like to him, bro, that's so thing. You should be learning Arabic. How about your deen? Da 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 da.
You gave him that
And
talk.
then, bro,
The older brother talk.
I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you're wasting your time. When are you ever gonna use that? We went overseas, and he showed me you're gonna need that.
He was good.
But if you go to Japan without somebody that speaks without somebody that speaks Japanese, wallah, it'll be a struggle.
Yeah.
I know there's Google Translate and blah blah blah. There's actually a different level of connection with people, and if you do speak the language, like for example, me and Hamid made best friends with a couple of just the people that are in amongst the train stations, the train conductors, the guys that just stand and they check if everything's good before they leave. Like he was like, this kid could talk to anyone, subhanallah.
Yeah.
And then they start going into depth, and he's like,
Yeah.
Did they
That's
understand?
that's the limit, yeah.
So he's like, listen, just take it easy on me, give me the basics. Obviously, like you can get away with just konnichiwa, arigato gozaimasu, which is hello, how are we, and then thank you very much. It's like the polite way of saying it. But nah, man, honestly, bro, it's I would say if you do need to learn keywords. So for example, sometimes they do this, like to tell you no, I don't have it.
Are they summoning
You
you?
don't have that available. I'm like, what's that? What's she doing that for?
They're
You
really
know?
Saturdays.
Well, I was just like, well, what's that mean? And then she's like, oh no.
Mm.
And I'm like, did I say something rude
Yeah.
or something? Because she said it was such a dead face. Like,
Yeah, they don't show much emotion, yeah.
no, they
Facial.
do,
Okay.
but just in certain moments they'll switch from.
Okay.
And I'm like,
For sure.
what's going
Okay.
on? They're very animated people.
Do you think like Japan? Because obviously you went to different cities. Maybe some cities are better, but like Wally was saying, a lot of people are going to Japan. Like it's very common for Aussies to start traveling there. Is it underrated, overrated, or is it just rated? Like, what's your take? Like, is it worth going back to, or once is enough?
See, the difference between me and my brother is I didn't watch any videos. I wasn't like in the process of going there. I booked the tickets and everything, and I had a general understanding of what is where and how to get there. But I never actually watched videos that hyped it up and go, oh, you got to go to this place. It's so amazing. It has this cafe. Da-da. Oh, this place is so thing. Da-da. I was just like, no, I want to experience this when I get there and figure it out, go places and experience it on the spot and then go afterwards. Oh, is that where I went? You know what I mean? And my little brother was the complete opposite of that. He looked at so many TikToks and watched so many videos to G himself up to go that he goes, oh, like I remember we were on the Sky Deck. So Shibuya Sky is basically, you know, the crosswalk, that massive crosswalk.
Yeah.
This is like a,
Viewing platform.
it's like a viewing platform that you
What's
can
it called?
see. Shibuya Sky.
Your boy, yeah.
Sure, boy.
Yeah.
Is that where it's come from?
I don't know. I'm guessing so, but the whole area, the city is called Shibuya.
Yeah.
So that's another like shopping precinct, and I think it's a little bit more young and modern. But that's where the crosswalk is, and that, you know, that dog, the one that stayed there for 1,000 years waiting for its master, or whatever it is. I don't know what the tale is, but there was everywhere you go, bro. Just understand that there's a line. If there's something interesting there, just always read the room. There's a line. I remember we were at Shibuya and the crossing, and we saw the dog. And we was like, oh, that's a very famous dog. Let's go take a photo with it. So me and him walked up to the dog, thinking, oh, there's no one around. And we're going to take a photo with it. I was just waiting for the lady to go. And then you turn your head to the side. There's just like 50 people looking at you like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, ya Allah, I didn't know there was a line, bro.
But they're just quiet.
No, but they just look at you because they're like, bro, we've been waiting for years
Yeah.
for this. That's a public
Yeah.
Yeah.
monument, and everyone's waiting in a line to get to it.
Did they turn it into a shrine?
I don't know if it's a shrine. No, it's not a
Yeah.
shrine. It's just like a monument. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
'Cause I know
the
Japan's
Adam
big
Good
on their
stuff.
shrines.
They do have a lot,
Yeah.
like just random places.
sure,
Like
yeah.
sometimes in the city, you just find the random shrine.
So for your brother had expectations. You didn't. You just went and said, did your brother enjoy it, or did you enjoy it more?
I rated it at the end of the trip. We were having a laugh about it. I rated it a 9. He rated it 7.5. Do you know what I mean? And we basically based the trip off of what he wanted to see, and then because I went there more so because I'm into all the streetwear fashion, all that kind of stuff.
Was it good, the shopping? Is it?
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Way better than Australia.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Oh, bro.
But like
it's not
how
even
good? Is it like European level, or it's different?
like I'll give you a perspective about like the capabilities there in comparison to here. You know how the way here we have like one sneaker reselling joint called Secret Sneaker Store. Like not showing you guys, sponsor me. But you know, we have that one joint.
Yeah.
Over there you will have about 15, 20 of them, and all of them have like, we're talking monumentally cheaper prices.
Because they're competing against each other.
Yes. So there's this one joint I have to give a shout out to.
Yeah.
Sneaker Dunk.
Yeah.
Bro,
Did you buy a lot of shoes there?
amazing. I only bought one pair,
Yeah.
but it's because I found it so low. It wasn't retail price. It was resale, but it was so low in the resale price
Yeah.
that I was like, bro, there's no way I can't. And a lot of people will think, oh, it's reps. It's not reps.
Yeah. It's actual.
I've checked with every local
What'd you get?
possible. I got military blacks. They're the only ones that I wanted to get.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're the only ones that I wanted to get. But I was like, there's no way I'm paying $750 for this shoe.
So did you come
How much
into
did you pay for
Japan?
it?
450, 500, 450,
Australian
500. Yeah.
dollars, yeah.
And you're going to wear it, yeah? So you don't want to resell it.
Yeah. No, I wanted to wear it.
Okay.
A lot of what I did there as well also was because they have a lot of sneaker stores that do sneaker reselling, but they have used pairs. So a lot of the used pairs are a lot more undervalued than the reselling of the brand new ones. So because in Australia, how many people do we have? 25 million in the whole of Australia, and no one really cares for sneakers that much. Yeah, there's like a little growing culture around it. Majority of them are just resellers who just pinch all the shoes basically. But over there, because there's 25 million people in Tokyo alone, let alone all of Japan, which is like, we're talking about, I think 50 plus, 75 or something like that. You're talking about a bigger capacity. So, and they're into it. There's a culture behind it. Like they have a whole area called Harajuku. Yeah, Harajuku has every sneaker store, everything
There's
you
more
can
demand,
think of.
yeah.
Bro, they've got, if you want to deck yourself out for the year, cuz go there twice a year and you're good.
Wow.
Like you don't even have to worry about it, bro.
SubhanAllah.
They,
So shopping in general, did you go hard? Or-
yeah.
Yeah, I
And you
can
know what's
imagine.
funny?
We gotta see these fit. You gotta do like.
I'm waiting,
You gotta
bro.
hop on
He's
like.
borrowing Alex
Instagram.
clothes for the
You should do like. A,
After all this.
Knowledge jumper. No, I bought this in Harajuku, yeah. But
just do like an album swipe for the Instagram.
well, honestly,
Because you don't have your own Instagram. I know some people wish they could like go see you on Instagram. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, if you ever go there, I'm telling you now, I'm probably gonna end up going back. Maybe start of next year, inshallah.
Oh,
But
you
that's
guys are
okay.
boys.
That soon, like, you
That
want to go,
good.
next place you go is back there.
Honestly, bro, you know how people go Bali for like a cheap trip or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just want to unwind. I'll go 2 weeks there. I'd rather go Japan.
Is it that cheap though? I heard it was expensive though.
No. See, this is the thing. If you go to certain areas, if you don't know the locals,
Mm-hmm.
they won't tell you anything because you're just working off of what you see. So
Okay.
if you walk into a Stasi store, of course, everything's gonna
Yeah.
be expensive, normal price. But then there's joints where you go, like thrift shops, for example. Yeah, there's a bunch of thrift stores, but it's not like the thrift stores from here.
Yeah.
You go to a vintage joint in Fitzroy that they charge 115
Yeah.
bucks for second hand.
Yeah.
Looks like his dog ate it. Nike t-shirts, bro.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Okay, how about, for example, some people want to go for shopping, some people just want to shop here and there. But if someone's going and just wants experience, food, accommodation, are those things expensive?
Nah, not at all, bro.
Okay.
You know what the good thing about us is we're Muslim, so whenever we go, we have to eat halal da'as. There's no option, yeah. So we
unless
have,
you're in America, but yeah.
uh,
Unless you're in America.
yeah,
Different world,
Ah,
bro. Yeah.
they're allowed to eat Big Macs apparently. They got a fatwa from some guy in
You can eat
Argentina.
anything.
Yeah, everything's halal for them over there.
Bro, I remember I was watching. Who was it again? I don't remember. It was some Muslim YouTuber. I don't want to
Yeah.
name names because, yeah.
They have a word for it. There's actually a word for it. What? Say again. You know how like you got like mut'a for thingamajig, obviously, like an alternative to like
Yeah,
marriage
yeah.
or whatever. There's a word, zabiha. That's the word.
What? Like just eat
It's too close
free
to
for
my
all?
sister's name.
Zabiha, say again.
Like free for all? Like eating?
Yeah, it's like basically because I don't know the actual like the law behind it or whatever, but apparently just because of the food, because it's inaccessible or it's too expensive, something along those lines.
Ah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, because I mean, Faisal was talking about it once on a podcast where
Mhm.
he said, oh, like for example, if I ate a Big Mac from a joint, and I was like, oh my god, I felt so guilty about it. His mate would come up to him and tell him like, bro, there's fatwas for it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's actually fatwas.
Wow.
It's like even when I went
Did I eat a
to
cheeseburger right now?
yeah,
Ah.
like even when I went to like Birmingham, I remember because in Birmingham there's even though it's got a large, massive like Muslim population, the Macca's there is not halal, and I was like wilded
odd,
out by
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Because you got like Bell here, you got thingy over there.
Coburg, yeah.
And I'm thinking, what the hell? And then after he goes, and then one of the boys goes to me, oh, it depends on you. And I go, what do you mean it depends? Like, if it's halal, it's halal. If it's haram, it's like,
Yeah, wallah.
yeah. And he goes, some people, they're hard on the zabiha wave, you know what I mean? It's like, cool, my sheikh said this to me and such, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, like, bro, if you got like multiple opportunities to eat halal food, like
Yeah, like
For
across
example-
the road. Like there's 2 options. Oh, no, I'll go for that.
in
Yeah.
Japan, for example, yeah, remember the first night, bro, all the halal joints will close at like 8 o'clock, 9
Yeah.
o'clock. And sometimes me and Hamudi wouldn't catch it. But there's all these other ramen joints that are still open. I remember there's one Michelin star one that has vegan, yeah, it had a vegan option. I'm like, Hamudi, bro, I know they sell pork and whatever, but like,
yeah,
you can still eat vegan because they're not allowed to cross-contaminate
for sure.
Yeah.
because the vegans will have their heads because anyway.
Mm.
So I was like, let's just go get the vegan alternative or whatever it is. But we didn't go out and go, you know what, Zabiha, let's go get beef and pork.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I get you. But is the food in Japan, like the halal food, let's just say the ones that open after 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
are they owned by like the subcontinentals and that?
Nah, but there is one guy.
Yeah,
Oh man, I hope he never watches this. I don't think he
Yeah.
will. He doesn't know
Alright,
what
yeah.
time of day it
it's
is.
kind of crazy if
But
he
bro,
does.
if you just go to this one joint, it's a halal Pakistani joint.
Yeah,
Of it, number one rule: don't eat a kebab from there.
yeah. From
There's
Japan.
only one kebab joint I'll ever recommend from there. If you go to Kyoto, there's a joint called Mesopotamia. There's the funniest 3-4 human beings, the biggest aerators I've ever seen in my life. But these guys are showmen, and the way they made it, they only have one kebab, chicken. That's it. They do it in like a wrap, 700 yen, which is $7 on your bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like your business idea, bro. Kebab and coke. This guy's been telling me for years,
No,
bro.
don't cut that out, bro.
Okay.
I already trademarked. So, yeah, bro, exactly like you're saying. They specialized in one thing: chicken kebab. They sold beers. Obviously, bro, every halal joint sells beers.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the funniest story. I'll tell you the story about that aerator, the one I was telling you about earlier. So I walked into the shop, yeah, this Pakistani restaurant, and I'm hearing good reviews. One of my mates went there 2 weeks before that, and he goes, bro, you have to go eat at that joint. It's mad. All right, no worries. I walk in. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you? Alhamdulillah, brother. Yourself? Where are you from? ABC. You know, the usual small talk. I'm like, yeah, no worries. Me and my brother sitting there quietly, randomly. You know, brother, Pakistan, biggest mafia in the world.
What?
I was just trying to give my butter chicken, bro, please.
Yeah.
No, please, bro, just give me my butter chicken. I'm trying to go home, man. It's 1 a.m., bro. Just let me get home, man. He's like, nah, brother, Pakistan, biggest mafia in the world. I go, wow. I go, you know what? Pakistan is butter chicken me, please.
Yeah.
He goes, brother, listen. He goes, they're biggest liars. They bring up Deen, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, yeah, that's crazy.
You
You know how many that's crazies in the one sentence?
yeah.
And I still didn't get it.
You should hit a win.
Well, he wouldn't have got me, yeah? And then always he goes to me, brother, you know me, before I even learn Urdu, before I learn Arabic, before I learn English, I learned Quran. I go,
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
I go, MashaAllah, brother. Good, very good. I love you. Yeah, MashaAllah, for the sake of Allah, legend. Butter chicken me.
Yeah.
Allah Ta'ala, give me the butter chicken, please. No worries, brother. He goes, but everybody liar. They don't deen. You go to every other shop here that's halal, they're not halal. I show you the certification. They can't do that. ABC, he's trashing all the other restaurants. Like, no worries, bro. Butter chicken. He goes, brings the butter chicken, and then 2 Japanese guys walk in. They go and sit down. Oh, by the way, all the restaurants are very tiny.
Mm.
I'll go into that later. They come in, they sit down, they say something in Japanese. All I see is my man looking at me like this. After ranting and telling everybody that they're not halal and these
Yeah.
guys are kuffar and that guy's a munafiq and da-da-da-da-da,
Pause there.
he's pouring a beer.
No! Oh my god.
I started pouring a cold one.
Wow.
And you know what the funniest is? This guy clocked. I was watching him, yeah?
Yeah.
He looked at me with the funniest smile. He's like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got these gaps in his teeth. And he's just like... I'm like, bro.
He knows what he was doing.
I'm like, my man, you're gone, bro. I'm like, wallah, you're cooked.
What was his problem with Pakistan?
I have no clue, bro. I think he's from Kashmir. I don't know what the...
Just
Bad
bad personal
whatever.
experiences,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah?
Huh?
Maybe just bad personal experiences
Allahu
where you
Alam,
won't
yeah.
go back.
Lost the cricket match
What
or
a
something.
funny
But
guy.
I asked him, where's your family, bro? They live in Pakistan. He goes, yeah, they live in Pakistan. I go, they're all good. He goes, they're fine.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Bro, but there's something about Alam Barik, the subcontinentals, where wherever you go in the world, yeah, they've established themselves and opened up some sort of like kebab,
Yeah.
biryani joint or whatever.
Yeah.
Been there for 30 years.
Yeah, see
He
what I
goes,
mean?
33 years, he said. 33 years been here. Nobody does what I do.
Yeah.
And then he poured the cold one again.
And they assimilate into the culture.
Yeah, wallah.
It's interesting because, like, even at work, my boss is Sri Lankan, and then she goes, "I'm going to Japan next month." I'm like, "Awesome." She goes, "Yeah, I used to live in Japan." So what do you mean? She goes, "I lived there 10 years." She goes, "It was very common for everyone to leave the subcontinent and go study abroad. That's what a lot of them do because the universities might be better if they can afford it. And then they'll just live there because they stayed there 3-4 years. They made friends. They enjoyed it. They got a job."
Yep.
And she goes, "I lived there 10 years." She got Japanese fluent. She goes, "I'll go back and see my old friends." I'm like, it's probably common with these guys did the same thing. They went to uni and then khalas, you know?
He I don't know what I think he said him and his father established a joint ages ago, and he just stayed there. But his family all lives in Pakistan. I goes, "Who do you have here with you?" There's no one. I just
And 30 years of
support them
that.
there.
They're hard workers, bro.
Bro, this guy is open from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. or something like that. Sorry, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Like, that was the only joint open at 1 a.m. That's why I went to him, and then I never went back. But, no, brother, very good butter chicken.
Yeah.
Very good butter chicken. Allahumma barik. But,
Yeah. How is the other cities in Japan? Because everyone just goes Tokyo and you don't, like Osaka or whatever the other ones are called. I'm not very well
yeah,
versed.
so I went to Osaka, Kyoto, Nara, and what's it called? And Tokyo.
Okay.
Did I say Tokyo twice?
Nah.
Yeah, I heard
It doesn't matter.
They all
Okay.
sound the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yo.
Just
You
say
gonna
the,
translate?
say the word with
Can
me.
you try?
Yo.
Are the other cities worth it? Like, do you have
Honestly, bro, the best city that I went to was Tokyo, but close behind it was Kyoto. So Kyoto was sick for one reason. You know how you want that, you want to see like the authentic Japan, you know, like the culture. Bro, even the hotels that you stay in has got that authentic feel.
Yeah.
The hotel me and my brother stayed in was sick. It's like you had the roller doors. I don't know what they're called, the
Yeah, I know what you
sliding
mean,
doors.
yeah.
And then like they had like their own little garden bed for your hotel room specifically.
The one
They
that
had
looked like a
garden
dojo,
view.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a dojo.
Yeah.
Bed looks like it's on the floor, but it's not. The flooring is mad. I'll show you this later. The shower is like an onsen.
Yeah.
It's like a little spa and whatever. We didn't even spend that much money as well. Like this was like a 3-star hotel.
Do you know how
And it
much
was sick.
a night accommodation was? Like, was it under 100 for both of you or 150 both of you? Just so like people can
500, 3 nights. What's that?
170.
Yeah, something like
What,
that.
170
people.
a night for 2 people?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
That's
yeah.
nothing, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty good, honestly. If it's nice and it's in a good area,
No,
so-
it's perfect.
that's
perfect
what- that's
area.
what
It's
it
like 2-minute walk
and if
from
it's
the train
3 days,
station.
you kind of be like, I'll pay extra $50 because
Yeah.
whatever the
It
reason
was,
is.
bro, like Kyoto is mad for one reason. Like I told you, the authenticity of it. And then beyond that as well, bro, all the nature aspect of things.
Yeah.
You know, Tokyo, you can leave Tokyo maybe an hour and then you'll start finding that kind of stuff. But Kyoto is actually amazing. I remember we went to the bamboo forests, went to all those different shrines, like, you know, the red gates, the ones that everyone goes to.
Nari and them ones, yeah.
The red gates, kind of, I had mixed emotions because they were doing some sort of rituals and stuff. And I was like,
Did you
"Oh,
cry?
no, no chance,
Oh,
bro. Like
okay.
mixed emotions means like I wasn't really comfortable going there. Obviously, you
Ah,
gotta
for that
respect
reason, yeah, yeah,
respect people because you went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
their place, but you're looking at my man's praying to I don't know who.
Well, yeah,
Banging on
what's
the
the
gong.
shrines?
So shrines are prayer areas. So people.
Yeah, but what was their shrines for specifically? Was it for like one of the emperors or something?
well,
okay.
Sometimes
but
people that passed away. Some maybe they like different religions might believe in like reincarnation and all this stuff, and people just do different things at graves.
Yeah.
Different religions.
They write like their fortune or whatever it is, and they tie it to like a chain or something like that.
Yeah.
They were doing some wild stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm like, let's just go to the peak. And then, bro, I was that knackered, bro, because in Japan you have to know something, bro. If you think you're gonna Uber anywhere, if you're gonna go taxi, unless you're Jay-Z or Jay-Z's dad, bro, don't even bother. It's very expensive. Like a 15-minute drive, they charge you $170.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a
So
15-minute
it's
drive.
train. Everyone
max.
trains. Is that what it is?
Everyone trains. Trains close at 12 a.m. though. So you have to figure out whether or not you're going to stay out that night. And if you are, you know that the price of the Uber is going to fly as well. And then you can't get home any other way unless you walk it the whole way. But it's probably going to be impossible.
And it's alive at night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember one night me and my little brother were like, what can we do that's interesting, but what's open to whatever. And I just remember speaking to a lot of these Japanese guys and I'm like, they love baseball here, man. They love it a lot. I'm like, bro, you know what I've always wanted to try but Australia doesn't have? Batting cages. That would be sick. I was like, that would be so mad.
You actually went?
I was like, let's just go, man. And I was
Okay.
like looking for
That's mad.
places. They had one joint. I didn't know where it was, but it just said, listen, open till 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm with that, let's go. We rock up. this is the kind of thing that I was expecting to see when I was like, okay, I want to get involved in like the arcades and you know all that kind of bits and pieces with the local gaming sections and stuff. I had like an old school arcade of all the mini games, like the you know, like the old school machines, the arcade games, and then they had like a line of batting cages, and it goes based on speed. So I was like, oh, let's just do it, man. So you go in, put your money in, get the coins out, you chuck the coins in the machine, and it starts picking balls at you, and
You just
hard?
start switching,
bro, we went to medium level. I was not even gonna, bro. Medium level was killing me, because this guy started throwing curveballs. I'm like, what?
Nah.
Oh, no, I can't take this, bro. This guy's losing.
Do you see the ball or like react? Because they say like.
Depends on the speed.
Okay.
Obviously in cricket, when you get your eye in, the ball gets bigger
Yeah.
because you're so focused, or because you've been there so much, or because you've done it for so long. That's what they always tell you in cricket. Block whenever the first batsman come in, they block for like a couple of overs because the ball gets bigger the longer you face it. So it's like whenever you're playing baseball, when the ball gets pegged at you, if you're not used to it and you're not composed, like if you don't work your way up, you don't even bother. You just spent like whatever it was, $20 or $10 on the ball getting thrown at the wall behind you. Do you know what I mean? So that's why we went like from the smallest pace to like the middle pace. Started to get the hang of it. Then I got up and then the thing's pegging at my head. I'm like, all right, what's wrong?
That's sick though, to try something new, because like with cricket you can at least kind of predict when the bounce will be, or you're waiting for something, where baseball's coming straight at you, bro.
Yeah.
That's difficult, man. Hang on a sec, you guys are not subscribed. I think you guys, before you start the video, make sure you subscribe, turn off the notification bell, and enjoy the rest of the video.
You know.
Damn, man, crazy. How are the theme parks in Japan?
I went to Universal,
Yeah.
but I didn't go to Disneyland because I'm probably saving that for Orlando, inshallah.
So, but Universal's good. Is that where Mario is or Harry Potter?
Yeah, bro. Hey, that has to be the single greatest place I've ever been.
Serious?
Super Nintendo World was crazy.
I heard the lines are just crazy.
That is the worst part about it.
Did you buy like the pass that skips the lines?
You can't. I don't think you can for Super Nintendo World. Maybe if you book like 3 months in advance, 4 months in advance, you might be able to. Bro, it's crazy. Like me and my little brother tried to get it's called Express Pass, but we tried to get an Express Pass for any of them. We couldn't. It was like a couple weeks in advance.
They only have limited Express Pass, obviously, because
it's crazy, bro. That Super Nintendo World is like. So what happens is you just to set the scene. Yeah, you come to the front and it's like the normal pipe, the green one. So just the green pipe, and it's like as the entrance. And there's like a brick wall, and then there's a Super Nintendo World on the side. It has the little pipe you can take photos with. Nice. Me and my little brother were gonna go take a photo of us like kind of popping through the pipe, and then we turned around. Guess what? There was another line. And the line was for about 15-20 minutes, bro. I was like, leave that, man.
It's every child's dream, bro. It's your childhood, you know?
100%. So we walk in, and you're thinking, okay, let me just walk through this tube or whatever it is, the pipe, and then you know how usually there's like the lobby of Princess Peach's castle during the game. So you're in that place now before you transition through to the actual Super Nintendo World. Yeah. So we're chilling, whatever. I'm not knowing what to expect. I'm like, you know what? Let me record this because this is crazy. What a video this will be. Yeah. So I clicked record and I'm walking out. Like as I'm walking, all you see is, bro, you come in. Like, wow. Yeah. I just entered Mario. Like you just entered the game.
It felt real, like you're there.
Wallahi, bro. You just entered the game. Like the level of detail, the way they do things is amazing, bro.
Even sound?
Everything. So listen to what happens. On your left, there's like a place. As soon as you walk in, there's a place where you can buy like a wristband, but it costs $45, $50. Yeah. But if you want, you do because you're there once in a while. You know, you're never gonna go back. Maybe.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So you chuck the wristband on, and it has like this sensor. You can go up to any question mark cube in the whole area and just bang it like that. Makes the noise. Ding, ding. You know the.
Oh no way! The coin.
The coin noise. Yeah. So anyone like that. So it's like an interactive park as well. But obviously, I didn't buy it because I'm a grown man.
Yeah. No one would have judged.
Don't do that, bro.
No one would have judged you. Mario's one of those games where, bro, you close your eyes and you can just imagine the whole scene. You know what I mean?
Bro. Yeah, if you go there, like, trust me, I don't know if it's like a temporary thing or it's there for good. It's there for good. That place is amazing, bro.
What about that? I don't know if this was temporary, but did you do that thing on the street where they've got the actual carts in that?
My car driving in Tokyo.
On this.
Yeah, I did that as well.
You drove in the streets?
Mad, bro.
Serious?
Well, we did it on a night where it was rainy, which made it even sicker.
Even better.
Yeah, but the problem is that the water gets in your eyes because there's no windscreen, obviously.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I'm doing these ones.
Yeah.
Sick experience.
Bro, let
yeah.
me borrow your goggles. She said, still hit me in the face.
Bro, that would be like one of those moments where it's like, you just disassociate from everywhere.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Wallah, you're right. You know what it is? Because you're just like, you're so focused on what you're doing and then you just clock. Bro, everything's different here, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I told you? There's always that moment where you clock where you are.
Yeah.
Like when I was in London, it was coming out the tube to Oxford
Yeah.
Street, and you go, whoa.
Yeah.
You're like in a medieval joint, all these
Yeah.
people are speaking British, and this
Yeah.
guy's spitting on the floor, my man smoking next to you. You're just like, wow.
I know, yeah.
You know
Remember
what
the
I mean?
night that I called you when I first landed in the UK?
Yeah.
Where, because the first time when I landed in the UK, because I used to talk smack about London, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, why is Seuss rave on about this place? Like, come on, it's just London. It's like another Australia 10 times more expensive.
Yep.
Anyway, the moment that I get there, I landed, and I remember I got to my hostel, and my hostel was like deep in the city. Do you know what I mean? So like I had foreign like embassies and all that kind of stuff surrounded around my hostel, yeah?
Were you next to the museums?
Yes, there was one massive museum right
And
there.
it had
Museum?
like the ice cream?
Again?
The British Museum.
I don't know which museum it was, but I remember the museum specifically. I'll let me finish off the
Yeah,
story,
go
yeah?
ahead, go ahead.
So I landed there, get to my hostel, and I'm just like, I get in the shower, and then that's when the moment hit me. I was like, oh crap, I'm in another city. But that was just like a temporary thought, because the whole time you're rushing to get to somewhere. But when you put your bags down, you're like, okay, cool, I'm here. So then after, obviously, I meet my hostel mates and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just praying that these guys are like decent people, you know what I mean? 10 out of 10 Malaysians, Indonesians, alarm badik, they're 10 out of 10 people. Anyway, so then I go downstairs, and I get taken down to a bar, you know what I mean? And I'm in the bar for a second, and I'm thinking, bro, so well, these guys are like traveling because they're telling about their travel stories, and this is their type of like trip, you know what I mean? They just come here just to drink, whatever, cool, you know? So I leave the bar and I just started going on a walk. Mind you, I just got off my plane, and it took me, this was when London was going through, what do you call it when they protest about,
Strikes.
they're going on their strikes and stuff. Yeah, so there was no networks, running trains and all that kind of stuff. So I had to Uber it. I had like 2% on my battery, 5% on my battery or something like that. So I just started walking. I forgot about my battery though, yeah? So I started walking so long to the point where I got to Buckingham Palace. Yeah, and on my walk, I'm calling this guy, you know what I mean? I'm like, what do I do? This, that, what places do I go? And he's giving me like a list of places. Then I tell him, bro, like we ended the call because I need to get back to my hostel because I don't know where the hell I am, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to save my battery. Anyway, so then I get to Buckingham Palace after I get off the call with him, and I'm just thinking, right, this is actually crazy, you know what I mean? I'm in Buckingham Palace, and like 2 months ago, I was watching the Queen get tossed around, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, what's like going on type of moments? Not tossed, bro. Shout out to the Queen, or whatever, she's dead. But like,
That helps.
not like that, but like, you know what I mean?
Not
Anyway,
even God can save the
but
Queen
you
now.
see those type of moments where it's like, cool, like I'm in a different country. Because I feel like most people, you have those moments when you get back to Australia, where you look back at your camera roll.
It's
when
too
you
late.
go,
Yeah.
It's too late. Though. You can't live in the moment type of thing, you know? And plus in Japan, you got the rain going. So it's like even more scenic.
Oh, bro, there was one surreal image. Me and my little brother, we've got the footage from. He went and rented the GoPro from the guys.
Oosh.
Oh,
So
sick.
I put it on him because every time I tried to put it, like, because my hair's long, so it makes it very difficult for me
Yeah,
to
it's
be
long.
able to put that thing on. So what happened is, we're driving and there was like this. You get to have you ever seen Tokyo Tower before? It looks like
Yeah.
an Eiffel Tower, but it's lit up and whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, it was the most surreal experience. So we're driving. It's like we said, it's midnight. It's a bit foggy. So it's not midnight. It's like maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. It's a bit foggy now, and all you see is from a distance, you see this bright light, like this massive lit up monument. So we're driving towards it from a distance. You know, there's this one street that leads you towards the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah.
You know, just before you enter, you're driving towards it in the Uber, and you're clocking. Whoa, the Colosseum's getting bigger. Now every time I'm getting closer to it, this thing's getting even bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're looking at it from a distance, you're like, wow, like this is actually surreal. Like you're starting to clock the magnitude of this monument or whatever it is. And you get closer and closer and closer, and you see how big this thing is, and you're like, and there's like a fog cloud that covers the top of it. There's like a fog cloud that covered the top. And there's like little bits of rain kind of falling, like drizzling on you. And you're looking up at this thing, and you're in a goat car or whatever it is, and you're like, wow, I'm in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, right, this is crazy, man. I
Don't
was like, Damn.
last week I'm sitting at home watching a TV show, and then now I'm doing that.
It's unbelievable, bro.
Once in a lifetime experience.
I couldn't pull my phone out to record the situation. That's why I'm happy I got the GoPro.
Those moments you can't. You just gotta.
Bro, I was
Think-
like,
yeah.
I wish I could relay it. Like I can like come somehow take the thought
Yeah.
out of my head or the memory out of my head and relay it. Because now you're parked up and you're looking at this thing, bro, and it's just like this massive, like this nice surrounding area with all these shrubbery and stuff, and then you just see this massive tower and it's lit up orange.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the
That's
orange
mad.
one. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's crazy, man. Well, it was a sick experience.
How many of those it moments did you get?
I had plenty.
Yeah.
Bamboo forest was sick.
Okay.
Um,
They love their bamboo there, don't they?
yeah.
Do you see any pandas?
No.
Now pandas are in China, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. I think
yeah.
pandas are Chinese, yeah.
I think there's only like a couple are left as well.
I don't know what it is, but Kung Fu Pandas are man.
They had one in Australia, but they wanted to send it back.
Serious?
Yeah. You guys see about that? So China and Australia had like strained like diplomatic ties or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of China's like ways of making diplomatic ties with another country is by sending them pandas. Yeah.
So as a present.
Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're good with me if you've got like a panda. Anyway, and I hope the country is Australia. Anyway, but then what ends up happening is obviously their diplomatic ties get strained and they requested back like their panda.
It's a bit late.
But it makes sense though. They're endangered species, this, that, you know,
Oh,
it's a,
yeah.
like it's a token of their country,
Yeah.
you know, but just imagine someone asking a panda back.
Can I have my gift back?
Send them a fur coat, bro.
Hey, would you say the longer you stayed there, the more you realize how much there is to do? Was it one of those trips, or would you say you ticked off most of the things you got to see?
No, I don't
Because you
think,
said you want to go again
yeah, definitely.
already.
Bro. I don't think I've even scratched the surface, to be honest.
Wow.
Because a lot of the first things that you do, you guys know this, whenever you go to a country once, you obviously go to do the more touristy things.
Yeah.
You go to the cliche things that everyone always like says, oh, go here, go there. And then after that, you're clocking, you're like, hang on, there's more to be seen that no one ever talks about. And, you know, like you discover new things and new countries. Like, it's sorry, bro. All of the opportunity was there.
He's asking for it.
Bro, and I'm just like, wow, like there's so much more to see. Like beyond, obviously, they talk to you about the four main cities in or prefectures that they call it in Tokyo, which is Shinjuku, Shibuya, Akihabara, and then what was the other one again? Ya Allah. But there's like four main ones. What was it again? You don't even know.
Hey, is Hiroshima on that list?
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
I'd love to go see it, but it's
After I think in Oppenheimer, they talk about it and stuff.
yeah.
After seeing like Hiroshima and that, bro, I'd love to 10 out of 10 see it.
Does anyone live there? No one lives there anymore, isn't it?
No,
like, isn't
people do live there, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not
I
wrong.
thought the radiation is still affecting people today.
Oh,
in
it
the area,
probably
that's what
still
they say.
is. But
A lot of them, yeah.
even after 2 weeks of the nuke when it dropped or something, people were moving back there and all that kind of stuff. But like they have like museums and all of that kind of stuff post, like, you know what I mean?
You know, I didn't go check that out, but like I said, bro, there's Okinawa, the one that like obviously Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi's from and stuff like that. There's all these little other bits and pieces I never got to see that I would love to experience. There's also like the nature aspect of things. I felt like I started getting dragged more into the capitalism of things because there's different stores I couldn't find
Like
here
going
in
to shopping
Australia.
places and going
Do you
to
know
the
what I
big
mean?
city. Because I know there's snowboarding, people say in Japan, and there's those forests that have like I don't know, maybe it's specific seasons, but the trees are like the pink forest or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Like
the,
those, I've seen
Yeah.
those
that's
pictures.
spring, I think. The
Okay.
cherry blossoms you're talking
They
about.
blossom, yeah.
So they're them, and there's the wisteria flower as well, the one that kind of like has that not translucent. What's the like at night time it glows in the dark.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah, there's
I know the word.
So,
We can't.
so how long was your trip? It was 10 days, 2 weeks?
we went for 14 days.
So do you think that's a good time for Japan? Because the thing about Japan is there's a lot of countries in Europe where it's a one city country.
Yeah.
You go to Prague, you go to, I don't know, just a lot of places in Europe, it's like one city and that's it. But then Japan's a country like Italy or Spain where you want to go to like 4 or 5 cities to
Yeah.
actually explore the whole country.
Yeah.
So 2
14
weeks?
days is nice. 14 days is nice. Bro, the thing is with all holidays, bro, they're always too short. Let's be honest. Every time you go somewhere, bro, time just flies. Like, you didn't even realize all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock. Now you can't go to a restaurant because it's closed. All this kind of stuff. Like, especially when you're on a holiday and you're enjoying yourself, time will just fly. So,
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever like the wrong amount of time, but I would say like somewhere in between 2 to 3 weeks is perfect for Japan.
I'm considering going in November. That's why.
You should give it a go, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll have a different vibe to what I copped. So I was in the middle of summer.
A
You're
bit too hot.
It was nice, bro. I love hot. I don't mind. I should have gone to more beaches. I should have gone to a beach. My brother's gonna do my head about this. If you watches this, don't say yeah. I'm not admitting you're right.
Yeah.
But we should have gone to the beaches that were close to Turkey. There's 1 hour away. Apparently, it's very nice. But I was like to my little brother, like if we don't ever come back here again, we want to be able to have seen everything that we were supposed to see first. So let's prioritize that, and if we have time, we can do A, B, and C.
Yeah, true.
And then he goes, bro, Wallah, you spent more time, looking at shoes and clothes than we did anything else, bro. Like, their Uniqlo is crazy. You have like,
Bro,
I
I
like a
heard.
7-level one or something.
Yeah.
there's like 4 or 5 8-level Uniqlos.
No. I seen one that had like 16 levels.
They're crazy. There's one that had 10, I think, and they have a hotel. One has a cafe at the top.
Mm-hmm.
They all sell Uniqlo flowers at the front, like amazing, yeah.
Wait, Uniqlo flowers, artificial or like actual flowers?
Real flowers at the front. So like if you're walking past, obviously this is for like the vibe when you're in the city. You go past, like, oh yeah, I'll pick up a bunch of flowers, whatever it is.
Yeah, like if you're on a date or something like that.
I don't know, bro. All these Instagram girls as well these days. I think they'd be buying it for themselves and getting their friend to take a photo.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what he's doing, man? Like they're always holding the flowers like this. I'm like,
Well, have you seen like they're holding someone's hand? It could be their mate's hand. Though.
I don't get it, man. Anyways.
Hey, did you have Japanese tea over there?
I did.
For sure.
It's all hot water, bro. And tea,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
That's crazy.
that I'm not a tea
How
guy.
about sushi?
I love it.
Sushi good there?
Sushi's alright. It's pretty average because there was one halal joint next to Asakusa. That's another major city that me and my little brother went to. It has a massive shrine and it has a different kind of feel to the area. That's where as well, around the corner from there, I bought my mum like this carved knife, so that it was carved in Japan, engraved their name on it in Japanese.
That's nice.
It was mad, bro. It's mad gift. I was thinking, how the hell am I going to get this past customs?
Yeah.
And I clocked, they don't care as long as it's not guns and bleach
sure.
and stuff. So,
Never piss your mum off now. I like don't. You use the same knife.
do you know how sharpened it is, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. It's got these like little encryptions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Do you write something on the knife?
Yeah, I wrote my mum's name in Japanese.
That's cute.
Now she has to use it.
Yeah.
Nah, she's going to keep it. She doesn't
true.
want to use it.
That's true.
Unless she's going to kill my dad. And I'm just I'm playing.
Hello, watch out, Billy.
I wanted to know because Japanese culture is very, very different to the way we live here. And whenever people talk about Western culture and they talk about Eastern, a lot of times Japan is when we speak about Eastern, like ways that are very similar. Because a lot of we say Asian countries, some of them aren't doing the best, but Japan's a first world country. You know, so a lot of times you can look at it and see similarities with us. Is there anything from the culture that you saw, maybe the cleanliness, the politeness, or something that you'd want to implement in your own life? Like, is there something like, you know, people get life lessons when they travel? What was your lesson from this trip?
There's 3 things I reckon Japanese people do very well that we don't. Number 1 is obviously akhlaq. Bro, you go to a place, even if you bought $1 water bottle from the place, they'll hand you the receipt like this.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
2
character,
hands
yeah.
and
Well,
bell.
head
Yeah?
down to.
2 hands out and bell.
It's a bit much, well,
No, you see, that's to you, yeah, but to
Yeah.
them, it's like this is
No, see, true. I can't
for
talk
me.
for their culture.
No,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
For
true.
me though, like I see that, and then I see the way everybody's so nice. I remember, there was. This is the funniest thing. So my little brother was upstairs and he had a conversation with the train guys. He
loves the train
yeah,
guys.
no, this is when
didn't want to talk to him. The guy that's bored at the train
no, the
station.
guy was G, but actually became like one of our he became like a.
Is it the
legit
same
close
train
mate.
guy from the start?
Like
Story?
every day you'll
Yeah,
see him,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why, yeah.
So exactly, that was our local train station we used to walk to before we went to any place. Bro, it was the maddest bloke. Yeah, he didn't know what to give us because he didn't have anything on him. So he went and just got like a Tokyo guidebook. He gave us all these train cards. He gave us stickers that they give to kids. He gave us like this, you know, those silver things that you put on someone when they get rescued from like a boat or something like that. He gave us one of those, bro. He tried to find things. 'Cause
Anything.
he was so G'd that we recognized him and that we were having conversations with him.
Mashallah.
That he gave us all this stuff, yeah. And he was like to my little brother in Japanese. He started speaking to him. He's like, I can't believe you guys remembered me. He goes, even Japanese people don't remember me. But it tells you a little bit about the culture. It's very go, 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 yeah? Like, one thing that we noticed was it's a very capitalistic society. So everything's moving in the direction where I want to accumulate, I want to buy, I want to You know what I mean? That's why you see a lot of those billboards, all those advertising, and
Yeah.
bro, I'm telling you, go there and just get immersed in it, bro, because it's sick. It's actually mad, yeah? Like all those massive billboards in Shibuya and stuff like that. And you're just clocking, you're like, bro, I'm like hyper stimulation, yeah? Like I'm just getting hyper stimulated right now. Like I just like, I'm so G'd, you get gassed, you don't want to go home, you want to stay out, you want to sleep, bro. Fajr Adin's at 2:30, you're G'd, bro, wallah. Because you're like, I might as well stay awake for Fajr, but you're really staying awake because you actually can't go to sleep. Because you love the joint so much, yeah? That would be one. The cleanliness is sick. Like, remember me and my little brother were looking at the ground when we were rolling our luggage. When we first entered Tokyo, and we're like, wow, like this floor, no bumps in the road. No, you know how the way, you get the odd tile that's broken.
Potholes, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Road is even.
Do they spit on their roads? Yeah. Well, like Dubai is the complete opposite, man. You'll be walking on a side alley, and a store owner will just throw a massive right in front of you. Type
That's
of
Arabs, cuz.
yeah.
Arabs.
What's the third one?
So we said the politeness, the thing, and they're very extremely good at space. What I mean by that is, I was telling you guys earlier, all the restaurants that you go to, you'll notice they use every single morsel of space that they have in a restaurant, a cafe, a bar, a hotel, whatever it is that they have. So when you walk in, you start to notice the stools, and then there's like a bar service kind of thing that you look at, and they service you in those single stools. It's very rare to find, like the normal table chair formation that you have here in Australia. And you realize, hang on a second, this place is actually extremely small, bro. It's actually extremely small. How'd they fit 30, 40 people in here? It's 30, 40 people all sitting at one time. There's a line waiting to get in, and they tell you eat and leave as soon as you finish eating, yeah? Just to make it easy to recycle.
Yeah. And they tell you that, actually.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
they got to make more money, basically. Don't take up space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's like coat hangers. So everything is working in unison to make sure that all this space is used and that we don't have any waste. Especially like if you're claustrophobic, bro, you need your elbow space, whatever it is. Don't even bother when you're there.
Yeah.
Just you have to work with what you got there.
Damn.
And like if you ever go, there's this one ramen joint called halal ramen Honolulu. That joint is amazing, bro. Cleanliness, food, everything you need is on point there. Yeah, but the place is so, you feel like it's cramped. Yeah, but it's not cramped. It's efficient. But there's boxes there on top of your head and and everything's just. And you start to see, you're like, well, how am I gonna fit in this joint? Me myself, how am I gonna fit in here? If it's 5-10 people in one area.
I rate that ramen joint compared to the one in the city.
I reckon it.
What would the one in the city be?
Which one?
Which is Multiple?
Yeah.
Multiple's not ramen though.
Is it not ramen?
Lanzu beef noodle, whatever it is. That's Chinese.
Okay, have you had the ramen that's next to RMIT? Have you had the ramen that's next to RMIT?
I have had one ramen joint here.
Yeah.
It's levels above it. Like, although you initially go, so if you go halal ramen Honolulu, order the spicy fried chicken. That's the most popular dish that they got. Bro, the amount of flavor you get, it's crazy, bro.
Well, I could go for some ramen right now.
Actually amazing, yeah?
Sounds good, man.
You know that joint there, bro? Wallahi, I remember laughing at my brother. I'm like, we're going to take me to go and get 2-minute noodles. Like, it's good, yeah? I was like, bro, you know what you're talking about. Go there, you get that. And then I can't remember what it's kagaji. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like fried chicken pieces. Crazy. All of it had flavor. Everything had flavor, but even the water had flavor. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Don't ask me, but
the air.
I tasted a little bit.
Not bad. Yeah,
had a bit of lime.
Loki, a populated city. You know when it's overpopulated. I'm actually being serious, yeah.
No, honestly, bro. Like, and you guys know me. I'm not really like the biggest Japanese anime fan, whatever it is. But that's an experience, bro. Like beyond going on a trip, like for example, you go to I don't know, London, Spain, whatever it is, you're experiencing a culture, bro. This trumps it. Like, and you know how much I love London, yeah? Like, I realized,
I would have to.
I think maybe because London and America's like it's English speaking as well.
Even Spain, bro.
Yeah. I think one thing for like maybe us three, I'm not too sure about Wally, but if you're not really big into anime and you don't have a super duper hype around Japan, like your brother probably went there, thought it's going to be a 10 and it was 7.5. But you and you're like, anime, yeah, I watch it, but it's not that deep to me. I'm going there to explore more. To you, it's like it's exceeding your expectations.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't have a lot of expectations.
Yep.
So it's much easier to enjoy. But some other guy who's been dying for 10 years to go to Japan will go there and be like, what was all the hype about?
Yeah, he wants to do the Naruto run where Naruto ran.
Yeah. Their childhood's there, Loki.
Yeah.
You go around.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, but the one thing that was sick, we went to Nara, yeah? So Nara is the area where all the deers and stuff go. You know, like where people go to feed the deers and the deers, like, they just chill with the
I've never heard
humans.
of that.
You know what I'm talking about?
No,
So
actually.
it's a park. It's called the deer park, basically. Deer park. We got deer park here as well.
Wait, people go there to feed deers.
Yeah. So
It's like, what is it, like a farm place or something?
no, it's like
Open.
imagine, you know,
What's special
have
about
you ever been to Geelong?
Yeah.
You know, like next to the beach, there's like all those botanical gardens or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Imagine that, but the whole area is filled with deers.
Wild deers.
They're not wild, bro. They're trained. You know what's funniest is? They're that trained that before, so they can get you to feed them because they wanna
Yeah.
eat. Obviously, to get you to feed them, they bell.
What?
No, you're kidding.
No.
Get out of here,
What?
bro.
I've got a video.
They're not.
Wallahi bilay.
They're
They
not.
bell.
Japan's not real then.
Wallah,
Japan's
that's-
actually not real.
that's
It's a
what-
simulated
this-
country.
This is what
AI.
I'm telling you, bro. This is what I'm telling you, bro. The level, bro, it's a completely different world.
Yeah.
It's like a different universe. I don't know how they train the deer, but the deer in Japanese culture is very sacred, apparently. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know, they put it next to a god or something like that. I don't know, but
You reckon
we'll
deer
carry
meat's
on.
haram?
Look, I don't know. No, they're not allowed to eat deer meat, no.
Yeah, it's weird.
So what happens is, I'm walking in and I'm like, yeah, let's suss it. He wants to go to that mochi joint. The guy, you know, the guy that hey, you know, the one that hits the ramen, the ramen, the mochi.
Yeah.
He wants to go there. So I'm like, all right, no worries. Let's knock off 1, 2, 3. I want to go to a sneaker joint that's close to you.
Bro, Zeus is a
All
bad
the
thing,
female
bro.
sneakers.
Zeus is actually a bad me type of thing.
Bro. And he hated me for it because he's like, bro, like, stop going to joints, man. Like, he
But how'd
doesn't
you
have
go
money.
to-
He's like, bro, get out of here.
How'd you go to 1 million sneaker joints and come back with one though?
I came back with 4 or 5 pairs. Bro.
4 or 5?
You
Wallahi.
said one before.
No.
Oh no, he said from that
Oh,
sneaker
the
store.
From
specific
that
one.
one specific sneaker store.
We
Yeah.
didn't ask
That's
you properly.
the brand new pair. Like, for example, the Yeezy Wave Runners. I've always wanted, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, the I think 500s or 700s, whatever they are, but the Wave Runners.
Mhm.
Always wanted them, yeah? And every time I find like a second-hand pair that's still in good nick, $700. I'm like, bro, I might as well buy the new one for 900. There's no point.
Yeah.
Obviously, the price of Yeezys went down now. So 700 for a brand new pair. I'm
Shout
not
out
paying,
Kanye.
I'm not paying $700 for a pair of shoes.
Mm.
So I go, you know what? Let me suss this joint out. I'll go in there, I'll walk around. $250.
For Yeezys.
Bro, and like basically, but these guys, Japanese people are different level.
Yeah, they're taking care
They
of that.
have not necked the shoes. The shoes are completely fine.
Yeah.
They've just been used. Imagine you're buying a pair of shoes, but this guy just put the crease in for you. That's it. That's the only difference. You know, it gets creased straight away. Anyway.
He probably just tried it on. He said, no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not for me. Second.
Second hand goes, yeah, just take it $200, bro. Get it out of my hands. I can't sell it. Because, bro, and I was like, what? You're kidding me. I bought a pair of KD Aunt Pearls.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You reckon part of their culture they can't return stuff?
No, they can.
You reckon? Okay.
Yeah. They're like, you mean like they don't want to be rude?
Yeah. But also, while I was saying that question, part of like the capitalistic, like, you know, societies where they just like, they can just go buy another one so they can just chuck that one out.
Yeah,
And they can make another
I
one.
think part of it is the fact that they get bored of things quick
Mm-hmm.
because of how much stimulation they have. So everything's just fast moving. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'll just rinse that and come back to another thing.
And maybe
Yeah.
it's fast fashion there as well for
Yeah.
the guys that have money. But then to us, it's like it's not a shoe culture or anything
Yeah,
like that as
exactly.
much.
Go back to the bowing
Nara?
deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deer.
So what happens is
I don't
my
believe
little
this,
brother's
man.
like, I've seen it on TikTok. They bow. Yeah, I'm like, come on, relax. Anyways, I'm like, he's like, yeah, bro, trust me. Let's just get some biscuits. So there's like 15, 20 ladies that are on a desk and they sell the cookies or the biscuits. I don't know the cookies.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's crackers that
fortune
you're
ones.
supposed to feed. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
just normal. So they give you like a stack of 5 circle crackers, and then they tell you, okay, here, take them, hide them. Don't let them see where you've hidden them, because if they know it's in your bag, they're going after your bag. They
Okay.
know. They can see you. They learn from what you're doing. Anyways, I've walked in, and off the bat, They see me walking up to this lady going to purchase this thing. So I'm counting because there's a lot of coins in Japanese currency. So I'm counting. I'm trying to get to 200. I'm trying to get rid of all my coins. Like, here, take them. No more coins in my wallet. I'm getting G'd. I turn around. About 4 deers already waiting for me.
Wow.
To take it. I'm like, I go to her. She doesn't speak English. I'm like, keep it with you for now. I'm coming back. I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah.
She's like that to me. She's put the crackers on the desk, and I've left them. I'm like, no, keep them. And then one of the deers came to swipe for it. She threw it at me. She's like, get out of here, yeah. Basically, like, you're an idiot. So they were gonna go after the rest of them that she had there on the desk.
Because she got exposed now.
Yeah. She's like, get out of here, man. What's wrong with you? And then I'm like trying to put my wallet away and then I've got one guy yanking on my shirt. One of these deers is actually yanking on my shirt. One bit my butt. Bro, I'm just like, bro, what's going on, bro? I'm getting violated right now. And then I'm like, I don't even have time to hide this. They've already seen it. Yeah. I'm like, I got to make a split-second decision. I'm like, you know what? I don't even give a crap about you blokes anyway.
Did you hook it?
God. Well, my little brother started pissing himself because I pegged all the crackers at one of their heads. I'm like, get out of here, man. And then they looked at me like that, yeah? And then one of the horns obviously is the Don. So he started kicking all the other ones away. Bro, I kid you not, this was the funniest thing. They're tied together, yeah? With like I don't know if it's like a plastic or paper yarn or whatever it is. Bro, this thing undone the knot with its mouth, unfolded the wrapping and started eating one biscuit by one biscuit. No. Bro, I was buzzing. I was like cussing their mums, everything, bro, because I'm like, bro, you guys are the lowest. If you didn't just let me feed you, but I buckled, yeah? So I seen a lot of other people that were just like, they hold the biscuit anyway. They were just like, here. Like, they can see, they'll do that to it. I'm like, bro, you get too close, I might get Lyme disease. I don't want you to get too close, yeah? Stay away. Yeah. And I've clocked,
Do you have
bro.
a phobia of deers?
No, not that. I just don't want Lyme disease, bro. They got ticks that can give you actually like autoimmune diseases. Yeah. Whatever it is, you know, Gigi Hadid's mum has that.
Did she get it from a deer?
I think she got it from a dog.
Yeah, probably.
She is a dog. Nah.
Hey, isn't she Palestinian? Oh, that's the husband.
That's her husband.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens is, after we're done feeding them, now we're just like, all right, let's not buy any more crackers. Let's just enjoy watching other people get violated by them. So we're watching everyone get violated, whatever it is. And then there's a technique. So if they walk up to you, because they walk up to you randomly, yeah? Then they bow. They're like, now pay up.
Yeah.
So I wait for them to walk up to me to bow. And then I do this. That means I got nothing. And then they look at you and they go. And they just walk off. Bro, it's the funniest thing ever, yeah? So, and if they come at you aggressive as well, because they want, the ones with the horns especially, just like, and he just looks at you like, man, get out of here, broke ass, bro. Wallah, bro, it's the funniest experience, bro, ever. I remember, like, you G him up, they'll come.
And then they go away.
And then they walk away, bro. And you can see the disappointment.
Yeah. Do you vlog any of this?
I got a couple of videos on my phone. I didn't, remember I told you I was going to buy the camera? I didn't end up buying it.
Yeah.
Only reason why is because I found a good deal in Japan.
For a camera?
They were selling the A6400 for $800, brand new, with no lens bar. But she told me the only catch is everything's in Japanese, all the settings.
You can't, yeah. Well, your brother can handle it.
No, you can't change it. That one is just specifically Japanese settings. They had the other one that had English and you can change the language. That was like 1.2. I was like, there's no point. I'll just buy it from here. But yeah, man, that crazy experience, man.
Question. Samurais.
I didn't see any.
Nothing?
No.
Did you dress up in samurai clothing?
No chance, bro.
Okay. Maybe on your next trip you can do that.
You can fit in?
Say again?
You can
100%.
I was
samurais can be big boys.
I was more inclined towards the sumo wrestlers. I'll be honest with you.
Wallah.
Yeah. Like that's where I'll fit in. Not with the samurais.
Relax.
Samurais are ripped blokes, you know. They got discipline.
I'd love to see a samurai in action.
I love a burger, cuz.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't eat burgers in things. So, look.
You tried a burger there?
Bro, I'm telling you, you know, kebab. They had one halal burger joint. It's called Lux Burger. Sorry, bro. Wallah, I don't mean to be. I can't not say the truth. Does that make sense?
No, you have to. You're up.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I have to say the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
The Lux Burger place is pretty meaty, bro. It's, I'd say, a 6 out of 10 max. He's like, you have to try Wagyu, amazing. I'm like, oh, yalla, put it on the dish, yalla, we're in Japan, have a Wagyu, eat the burger. I'm like, well, I didn't know what flavor it is.
What was it, the bread?
It's no flavor, bro. No flavor at all. I had to put tomato sauce on it for it to taste good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've been speaking
Sydney
too long.
was
I
too
don't
good.
know.
No,
Yeah,
Sydney's
it's
burger
the
was too
smoking
good for you.
Arabs.
That's why.
Just smoking Arabs is legendary, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Shout out to
No,
them.
yeah.
Maybe you can sponsor.
you haven't been speaking too long. You
Well,
got to
thank
run.
Nah, it's just been an hour for this
Yeah.
stuff. So it depends on if you want to chat about recent topics or you want to leave it at that. I need to go bathroom.
Hey, go bathroom.
Go ahead, man.
I will.
Bro, kebabs there. Do you know what they taste like?
What they taste like?
Butter chicken.
Wait, how?
The Pakistani guys own it.
They put
In
their spices.
Tokyo. In Tokyo, I walked in. I'm like, I'm Jade. I'm like, you know what? Cuz, khalas, there's only that halal joint open. Let's go try the kebab. I tried the kebab in Kyoto. When we came back to Tokyo, I was like, this one's probably good too. You know, the one, the Mesopotamia one.
Yeah.
I go in. I'm like, brother, number one, Habib, Salam, Zarada, Baijan, da, da, da. Did everything. I done the works. Kebab was still dead.
Wow.
Still,
Wallah. I was like, bro.
I've realized that it's because they know they're just feeding like the everyday person, like the tourist type of thing, so they can just make it.
They have, you know, in the aqidah of the kebab, cuz,
What is it?
is disgusting.
Yeah,
Like this, even if he made it fresh for me, bro, it was never gonna taste good.
that's Melbourne. Melbourne kebabs are nice.
Melbourne goes way better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Melbourne kebabs, they understand, listen, this is a kebab.
For sure.
We're not throwing in spice curry mixes and making this taste like whatever we make back at
Yeah.
home. No. We're making a kebab to be a kebab.
Yeah.
Not a kebab that tastes like butter chicken, but I put it in a sandwich for you, so it's a kebab.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, or that's just cut up meat with hard bread or whatever.
It's just meaty, bro. Wallah, it was one of the worst experiences.
I reckon Melbourne's kebab is so good that it's even better than the ones in Turkey.
If there's a big call.
Very, very big call.
Why the bread?
And I say that first of all because I would say Australia's got the best kebabs, but then I've had a kebab in Perth, I've had a kebab in Brisbane, I've had a kebab in Adelaide.
Different, yeah?
No one makes it the same. It's like you know how we've got like the thick type of bread that's got that. It's a bit hard on the outside,
Yeah.
and it's got that soft little separation there, as in with the bread. And then after you got obviously whatever it's packed in
Yeah,
with.
grilled on the outside and on the inside it's soft. Yeah, I get you.
and then it's like, and it's soft to the point where the bread almost tastes like it's like freshly baked.
Bro, don't get me
Is it
started.
freshly? Is it baked?
Freshly
yeah?
baked, yeah.
Yeah, freshly baked. Yeah. Then you go to Brisbane. Brisbane use like actual like roti, like
What?
the hard.
Bro,
you know
say
you know the
wallah.
ones
That
you make
won't
za'atar
work.
with. You know how you can fold the za'atar.
Are you
on
talking about like the square bread?
no, the round one. The round one you can buy just from like the typical.
Lebanese bread.
Lebanese bread.
Oh, so these Lebanese
They
bread.
use like Lebanese to make their one.
Yeah, that's a meaty kebab here.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone that uses Lebanese bread in a kebab here
It's
is
okay.
the
Yeah.
lo-
But mostly
About 80%
subcontinent.
of places have it here.
Yeah.
what Lebanese bread.
Yeah.
They're not the good joints.
No, not the good.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
all
but-
these caravans and all that stuff is all Lebanese bread.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But what
Sure,
caravans you going to?
That's more Turkish bread, bro.
Think so?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a thick bread.
Majority.
Southeast, cause it's got to.
Nah, here.
His standard is dropped there.
Subcontinentals.
Hachis and
like,
this,
those are good,
what's
bro.
the other place that you just spoke about?
I listen.
Yeah, Hannah,
there's
Hachis,
three or
Uncle
four
whatever,
joints.
Uncle Sam's.
There's 3 or 4 joints you only need to go to. Yeah, Galata, number 1.
That's your area.
That one is crazy.
I haven't been.
Caroline Springs.
Yeah, it looks nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, kebabs at Hoppers. They used to own Flemington kebabs. Legends in the game.
I've
They-
had that one.
Galata spawned from kebabs at Hoppers, so these are the
Been to the
OGs.
Hoppers one. With Leon.
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
Which one?
With Leon. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
you came
yes.
as well.
How
yeah,
about MKS here?
Yeah, MKS has got to be up there.
That's the OG.
Like that's the OG.
$10
of
cash,
Yeah, it's
boom,
pretty
small
good, bro.
kebab.
Wallah is the lowest when he tells me he wants cash, bro. Wallah.
yeah.
Kebab's good, but yeah.
Changes your whole experience, bro. It's just
Top
like-
3, but not number 1.
Yeah, that's
Honestly.
alright.
And you never buy a soft drink from the actual kebab joint.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
Because you gotta go
You
there
gotta
to
call-
cash out.
You gotta buy
Other-
something.
On the cash out,
Yeah.
the
Bro,
70
he's the
cents.
lowest bloke, bro. Wallah. For no reason.
Yeah, wallah.
You just look at it, bro. Just get an F-Boss machine, bro.
Yeah.
Stop being sweet.
But as good as the kebabs are, yeah, the HSPs are dead.
Yeah.
Are
The
they?
HSPs
Yeah.
are dead.
MKS?
Yeah.
I haven't had the
Yeah.
HSP.
Same.
You know,
I'm
it's
bad
actually
at-
very nice. HSP, surprisingly. The shish HSP at, Shish Crew. The chicken one.
Yeah, nice.
Bro, it's so odd. I don't know why. It's like skewered chicken, yeah?
Mm.
But they put it on top of the chips and whatever. Bro, it's actually mad, bro. I
Getting
like that.
hungry.
Bit of garlic sauce, bit of chili.
We have to go eat now, so
No, I'm actually 100% keen on a feed right now. Well, I don't think we're going to leave it there unless you guys
All right,
want to
no,
bring.
we leave it there.
Yeah. Good
It's
episode.
getting late.
Hey guys, also if you want to see these style of episodes, yeah, let us know.
Or just
Yeah.
just press the like button.
Yeah, show us some love. You know what I mean?
We need your help on the algorithm as well, you know?
'Cause- and we love you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
If you're not liking this, then I don't like you. But if you do like it, then I love you.
So if you want love and affection from Mr. Abdiwali himself,
Why do you always drop my gubby?
that's what I do, bro.
You bait me out sometimes. I remember, I won't tell that story. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, give us some topic recommendations. You know the drill. Welcome back, Sus. He's officially back. He's not gone. He's here. He's here to stay. And we've signed him for $1 billion contract.
I'm
See you
just
next
not
week.
bench pressing on camera. That's it.